Boom. How's lads? A bit late with the video again, busy, but with Bond kind of reopening No Time to Die, I was supposed to do it in April, but it's out in November now. You know, pandemic willing and whatnot. But it'll be the 20 something Bond film. I'm not really sure, but the character, if you count it from 62 to 2020, is 58 years old. He'll be 60 in 2 years' time. I'm not counting 51st Casino Royale or Never Say Never Again with Connery, because it was a remake of Thunderball, so I'm not counting that. But this is, for better or worse, the top 5 worst James Bond films of all time. Again, in my opinion, at me all you want. A lot of people are going to disagree. It's going to be, no, it's good. And a couple of them you're thinking, in case of this guy, Batman, I really like Batman and Robin. A lot of people don't. I think it's really good. It's a lot of fun to go out to introduce Batman to a child, say, because there's no violence in it. It's a bit campy and whatever, like, and there is some Bond films on this list. Most of them are campy. There's 1, 2, 3 Roger Moore films. Let's be honest, he was the campiest man of all time. The safari suits, shouting at tigers, dressing up in gorilla suits, picking up Fabergé eggs as a clown. Ridiculous stuff. But yeah, I know all film series have to go through leaps and troughs and, you know, this, that and the other. And over 60 years it's hard to keep things the same, but there's, like, the Bond series is, yeah. There's Bond, Connery at start, obviously fairly consistent up until maybe Diamonds Are Forever. More then started off strong with Live and Let Die. Great film, great opening song, but then he just got ridiculous and he aged like 75,000 years, and it's like watching a big leather oily uncle that you don't like hitting on young ones 20 years younger than him. It's just weird. But we start, yeah, Harley, you're dead, right? But we start in the 80s with a film that would be, I think it's Moore's last. I think it is, yeah. It's banging theme song, Duran Duran. Ba-boo! Meeting you with a view to a kill. Diddling, diddling, boo! Yeah! But as I said, banger of a theme song. It's a phenomenal theme song. The opening scene in this starts off really good. It's more, who's 57 at this stage? Let's just get that out of the way now. He shouldn't be running around shifting young ones and shooting fellas, because at this stage in his life he should be golfing, maybe, you know, relaxing, spending time with the grandkids. It's just really weird to watch, and his skin has this weird texture. It looks like he was dipped in stuff they didn't want to be dipped in, and I never liked the way he fired a gun. He was always kind of like, it just, he doesn't fire a gun. He hates guns in real life apparently, but that's why he just came across as shite basically. But the opening scene turns into a massive stunt show. Like, he's chasing this guy down and it ends up with this, he gets lost in an iceberg. It's atrocious. It's terrible. The villains in this piece, Max Zorin and Mayday, respectively Christopher Walken and Grace Jones, had the potential to be really good. Grace Jones is really cool. She's really weird. She looks amazing in this. She's dead, right? Looks amazing in this film. But she's underused, and spoiler alert, there's a big twist at the end. She turns on Zorin, but it doesn't make any sense because she spends her whole time in the film killing random people, and her turnaround at the end is bollocks. Like, it makes no sense. Christopher Walken is Max Zorin. He's Max Zorin. He doesn't like James Bond. It's creepy, and he looks kind of like very 80s. He has like a blonde pushback and big aviators, and he's something to do with solar power. The plot isn't as bad as Quantum of Solace. It's bollocksology, like. But no character development. He's a bit one-dimensional. Max Schreck in Batman Returns is great in that. But View to a Kill, yeah. Number 4, the worst name for a Bond film ever. Octopussy. I mean, like, Jesus Christ. Like, not even trying anymore. You know, there's no, like, give it up. Like, it seems like one of them jokes that was a piss take in the writer's room. Let's call it Octopussy. Haha, you can't. No, we're actually going with it. Oh, cool, deadly. That basically means, like, 8 pussies. What is that even about, like? But anyway, it's very overblown. It's bordering, like, some films have the potential to be self-referential. This isn't. This is just ridiculous. Like, as I said in the beginning of the video, yeah, you okay? Google. Roger Moore plays 007. Again, this was made in 80 something. He was born in 27, so he's at least 55 in this. It's before View to a Kill. When he's dressed as a clown, there's a thing with a Fabergé egg. He runs in, and he dresses up a lot in this film, which is really weird. He's a gorilla. He has a gorilla suit on him. He dresses up as a murder victim, and then Tarzan, and as he's swinging on the vines, he fucking yells like Tarzan. It's ridiculous, like. And there's a scene in this film where he's running in his lovely jungle suit, big white lapels, and he tells the tiger to sit, and the tiger sits. Fuck off, like. And it just stopped. Just no. It's just no. They were gone past trying. More to give him his due. He revels in it. He found his niche later on. It wasn't him, obviously, but he played it as a campy, kind of like Freddy Krueger later on when he became a panto villain. You know, like, this is where the power lies, bitch, and all that, and the telly jokes and stuff. But no, just give it up, Roger. It's a shame too, because Moore, I think, was a good Bond, but he just disappeared into a parody himself. Which leads us on nicely to number 3, Moonraker, which is basically old man in space. Basically, Star Wars is very big, massive phenomenon. Broccoli and Eon were like, let's have some of that Star Wars space money. Yeah, let's put Bond in space. Yeah. The plot of this film is ridiculous. Hugo Drax, he wants basically to blow up Earth and destroy it and replace it with space stations. I'm not making that up. That's the plot of the film. It's crazy. Again, I think the slip in downslide in Moore's film started here. The tone is, it's not even uneven. It starts off as a parody, and it's like a reference. The whole film is a reference to Star Wars, and they're different entities. It makes no sense. Like, Bond's up there, and he's just, now Jaws is in it. Jaws is awesome. Again, like Mayday, spoiler, there's a turn in this film. He becomes good, if you will, but Moonraker can go shite. Just get into sea. Fucking muck. Secondly, a modern one with Daniel Craig. Very sad to say, Craig. I love Craig as Bond. But Spectre, opens up awesome. Sam Mendes directed it, Day to Day. There's a load of like old kind of Bond stuff in it, which is kind of cool, but you got to be careful what you ask for, because this Bond was almost like a Moore Bond. He was very winking and nodding, very funny. And after Skyfall and Casino, which were kind of serious, I get the shift in tone, but then you're thinking to yourself, like, just give it, no, Craig doesn't suit this at all. Like, he plays funny lines very well. He does it very well, but it doesn't suit at all. The opening sequence is amazing, and there's a lot of cheap connectivity, like the Marvel Universe. Like, Waltz is Blofeld, and we're supposed to disregard Brosnan's completely, because he's Blofeld now, and you're thinking, does this start then before Doctor No? Like, is this the Bond we see as Connery in 62? But there's ready to make a universe of it, and it just doesn't, it doesn't work at all. And last but not least, Die Another Day. Again, like Moore, Brosnan is a wonderful Bond. GoldenEye was a phenomenal film. Tomorrow Never Dies was, was not enough redeemed it. Then this film is just, he went out on this film, and I'm so sorry he did, because it's fucking terrible. Opening scene is reasonably okay. Bond has like a Bobby Sands beard going on, and he gets caught, but he restarts his heart, and he's not dead. And then Madonna comes in with her, go away. Just die in a fire, go away. Just, the song seems unfinished. There's an invisible car. Desmond Llewellyn is dead. Q is not in it. John Cleese is or. Brosnan does this weird ski thing with it's absolutely atrocious. There's an ice palace. Halle Berry is Jinx in it, and the train shoved her down your neck. Like, you're going to like this character. I didn't like her at all. I think she would have worked as a standalone, like as a foil to Bond. She was very good, but no. And then Diamond Face, who had like 7 diamonds, and he's just take him out. Looks like Vajazzle Bling. But no. So yeah, that was Bond. Bit hit and miss. But the worst Bond film of all time is Die Another Day. You can fight me on it, but you'd be wrong. It's atrocious. Brosnan, again, I don't blame him for it. He's really good in the film. He's missing one by a terrible script, terrible production. The CJ looks terrible. The villain is terrible. Jinx is, she's alright. But he went out on that as really sad, because GoldenEye is such a banger, and he's so good. But listen, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, Bish Bash Bosh. I think it's here or there, I'm not sure, in Early Up Technology. Anyway, listen, No Time to Die. Hope you all enjoyed. Rumours are it's going to be his last film. If it is, I'll take it. Craig's been phenomenal, apart from Spectre, obviously, again, not his fault. But listen, stay safe, wash your hands, don't be ghouls, and talk to you soon. Good luck.